Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. It is our choice of good or evil that determines our character, not our opinion about good or evil. Be a free thinker and don't accept everything you hear as truth. Be critical and evaluate what you believe in. Anybody can become angry. That is easy. But to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. Our problem is not that we aim too high and miss, but that we aim too low and hit. Criticism is something we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies? The intelligence consists not only in the knowledge, but also in the skill to apply the knowledge into practice. Man is by nature a social animal. An individual who is unsocial naturally and not accidentally is either beneath our notice or more than human. Society is something that precedes the individual. Anyone who either cannot lead the common life or is so self-sufficient as not to need to, and therefore does not partake of society, is either a beast or a god. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living differ from the dead. True happiness comes from gaining insight and growing into your best possible self. Otherwise, all you're having is immediate gratification pleasure, which is fleeting and doesn't grow you as a person. At the intersection where your gifts, talents, and abilities meet a human need, therein you will discover your purpose. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. Life is only meaningful when we are striving for a goal. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. To write well, express yourself like the common people, but think like a wise man. One swallow does not make a summer, neither does one fine day. Similarly, one day or brief time of happiness does not make a person entirely happy. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. The most important relationship we can all have is the one you have with yourself. The most important journey you can take is one of self-discovery. To know yourself, you must spend time with yourself. You must not be afraid to be alone. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. One may go wrong in many different ways, but right only in one, which is why it is easy to fail and difficult to succeed. It is also in the interests of the tyrant to make his subjects poor. The people are so occupied with their daily tasks that they have no time for plotting. Those who cannot bravely face danger are the slaves of their attackers. The greatest thing by far is to be a master of metaphor. It is the one thing that cannot be learnt from others, and it is also a sign of genius, since a good metaphor implies an intuitive perception of the similarity in the dissimilar. The life of money-making is one undertaken under compulsion, and wealth is evidently not the good we are seeking, for it is merely useful and for the sake of something else. The greater the number of owners, the less the respect for common property. People are much more careful of their personal possessions than of those owned communally. They exercise care over common property only insofar as they are personally affected. Masculine republics give way to feminine democracies, and feminine democracies give way to tyranny. Today, see if you can stretch your heart and expand your love so that it touches not only those to whom you can give it easily, but also to those who need it so much. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst. Happiness does not lie in amusement. It would be strange if one were to take trouble and suffer hardship all one's life in order to amuse oneself. First, have a definite, clear, practical ideal, a goal, an objective. Second, have the necessary means to achieve your ends: wisdom, money, materials, and methods. Third, adjust all your means to that end.